Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. Um, I haven't posted a video in a while. I was kind of working on a impromptu Dexter review for Dexter New Blood and Resurrection, trying to remember everything I could, but um, I keep thinking about this Charlie Kirk situation, and I really just wanted to talk about how I feel about it and kind of vent a little bit from things that I've seen on my Facebook and what people are saying out there. Now, I am a conservative. I've been a conservative for a long time. Um, I kind of left the middle. Um, I would say probably my second year in college. That's around the time the whole white guilt thing started, and being a man should make you feel ashamed and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, you know, we're supposed to think that we treat everybody equally and with respect and everything, but you're disenfranchising one group of people and setting them aside because, well, they held power for so long, so they need to sit down and shut up and stuff like that. And I never understood it. Um, so I officially went from being in the middle of the aisle to just a conservative. And as I've gotten older, my values strengthened a little bit in that regard. Now, there's still a couple of liberal values that I hold, but I would say it's really only um, gay marriage. That's it. Um, but my beliefs aside, Charlie Kirk, I never really watched Charlie Kirk. I know who he is or who he was. Um, I've seen his videos pop up, but I never really sought him out. I never really watched his content. Um, but he was very influential for young conservatives, and he was, or just in conservatives in general. I think he started the Turning Point USA thing. Um, and obviously, he was known for his debates on college campuses. So when I woke up and I saw the news today, I was floored. I was angry. I was sad, confused. I'm a little scared. Um, not for myself, but just for the future of the country. This man, he was a father, he was a son, he was a husband. And one thing that I kept thinking about um, when I heard the news and I saw a picture of him with his kids is, my oldest, she's 4. She has been asking me a lot about death lately. And I'm trying to explain it to her as best I can as a father and as somebody who can explain death to a 4-year-old, because even what you say, she's not going to get it. She's not experienced anyone close to her passing away. Hopefully she won't for a long time, but trying to explain it to her, you know, just seeing the tears kind of swell up in her eyes, and she held on to me really tight. She said, "Daddy, I don't ever want you to die." You just hold her and say, well, hopefully it won't be for a long time. But it kind of made me think, did Charlie ever have that conversation with his kids? And because it's a hard conversation to have. But now he's gone. Daddy's not coming home ever again. And the more tragic thing about this is that video is going to be on the internet forever. So they will potentially see the death of their father replayed just randomly scrolling through video or whatever, and you know that these sick freaks that are already praising his death, they're probably going to try to send them the videos of him dying. And the thought that somebody is willing to take somebody out for their speech, for political opinions, for religious opinions, for whatever, in the United States of America is very, very concerning. And you see a lot of it come from the left. A lot of hate and vitriol coming from the left. And you see it more and more each day. And the media doesn't do it any favors. The mainstream media, they try to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened. When there's a shooting incident, they always try to, they immediately go to, remember the possibly white shooter? Remember him? But when they find out it's a person of color, you never hear the story, ever. And then with this, it's like, okay, how did CNN respond to Charlie Kirk being killed? How did MSNBC respond to it? I know one MSNBC anchor just got fired, or a representative of MSNBC. He said something, I only watched a little bit of it, but it was like, maybe it was just one of his supporters firing a gun off in celebration. The absolute fucking dolt. If the left is big on gun control and stuff like that, but conservatives are the gun-toting conservatives. You think that they don't know gun safety? So that argument's really, that pissed me off. But you have instances like these, and there's no accountability for those narratives being pushed. And it kind of, there's a couple things I'm worried about with this. One, obviously, is, are we going to see more of a crackdown on things online in terms of things that people say? Are we going to see more government spying? And then, obviously, if you think of recent things right now, like Hassan tried to dox, I think he did dox some viewers of another podcast or whatever, brandishing his weapon on Twitch when somebody said something he didn't like or whatever. It's messages like those that can radicalize people. And I think we're getting very close to a point where conservatives aren't going to deal with this bullcrap anymore. And I really hope we don't see any kind of retaliation or anything like that. Because right now, like, the thing that I'm disgusted by is the praise of him dying from people that I've been friends with for years. I know personally on my Facebook, and then people who are saying, "Oh, it's sad that he died, but he did say this." It's like, you're a piece of shit. You're an absolute piece of shit. Don't try to justify what you said after the fact. You're a piece of shit. No one should get killed for things that they say, ever. Ever. The left wants to cry out how much fascist the right are, but the left's always the one trying to take conservative leaders out of the equation and stop speech from conservative commentators, blocking the roads from people because they want to get a point across or whatever. They're always the one disrupting shit, always, in a very disruptive manner. They handle things with violence all the time. And I'm worried because there was a lot of young people who liked Charlie Kirk. The last thing I just want to say, I find it hard myself right now, but whether you believe in God, whether you don't, whatever it is, we can't let ourselves fall into a pit of vengeance or hate. I'm not saying we have to love each other, but there needs to be something done with all this. There's so much violence going on over speech, and I'm tired of seeing it. So that's it. Um, please love one another, respect one another, and yeah, take care.